welcome to Freedom Clinic. Hi. Hi, are you looking for assistance today?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, great. Okay, well, first I will give you our pamphlet.
Okay.
This is go over our services that we provide here at the clinic. And if you're really interested today, I can go ahead and start today with you. And right now I have a consent form. This is our confidentiality form. And within this form, it goes over private matter between me and you as a client.
Promise?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is this agreement form. Let's also go over talk about more about the insurance, the fees that we offer. Also,
The fees are real high.
yes. Now, if you have an issue with that, we can go over that later in more detail.
Okay.
That's gonna be more feasible for you.
Okay.
And what's your price range?
Okay.
And also it goes over, I'm a mandated reporter, so we'll let you know that.
Okay.
So even though the conversation with me and you have our private, as a mandated reporter, I am required to inform somebody if you plan to harm yourself or harm anybody else, okay?
Okay.
And also behind this is our assessment form. Pretty much is our assessment, just like a 10-minute quick test. It just go over your behavioral, your cognitive, and emotional state of well-being. So I can get more of an insight how you function as a beautiful young woman. And I will just come back in about 10-15 minutes to see how you're doing, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Miss Ponder.
Hi.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Yes.
It's a lot of questions to ask.
And thank you so much for looking over the pamphlet. And thank you so much for studying your confidentiality form. Thank you.
No problem.
And, okay, I'm looking at your assessment. Okay, just give me a few minutes, I'm gonna go over it.
Okay. No problem.
Okay. Now, behavior, it shows that you're doing well behavior, okay? Your cognitive is just a little low, but we can work that out. But I see that your emotional is very low. Okay, so we can definitely go over that, see what's the exact issue here, and we can further discuss that, okay? Okay. So, Ms. Ponder, okay. Your name again?
Ashley.
Ponder. And can you give me the correct spelling of that, please?
ASHLEY.
Okay, thank you. And your birthday, I have it as February 14th, 1993, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And where are you from, Ms. Ponder?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Miami. Okay, nice Miami. Okay, thank you so much. Now these are just quick questions I want to ask you, just demographic questions. Better understanding of you. Do you have any supporters, family or friends?
I have my sister.
Your sister? Okay, sister. Does she live close next to you, or?
No, she lives in California.
How often do you keep contact?
We talk almost every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as a child, have you ever experienced drug or alcohol or physical abuse at the home?
No.
Okay. Now, as an adult right now, have you ever experienced drug or alcohol or physical abuse? No. Okay. All right. And may I ask what brought you in today?
Well, I really don't want to be here. My sister forced me to be here because she thinks I have a problem. I don't know what it is, but maybe I could give you help with that.
Well, what kind of things that your sister say?
Well, she does not like my husband.
She don't like your husband.
And she hates the fact that I don't have a job.
Okay. And what particular ways that she doesn't like your husband?
She feels that he can be very aggressive
Okay.
and very sensitive and snaps a lot.
Okay. Do you feel that she's honest about that?
No, not really.
So you don't feel that way at all? May I ask what's your relationship like with your husband?
Sometimes it's good, but at times it can be like a little rocky.
Okay.
At times.
Alright, so how do you guys handle conflicts?
We argue
Yeah.
and we fight.
Is it, and what do you mean by fights? What kind of, is it physical or verbal
Physical.
or, okay, physical?
And sometimes verbal.
Okay. So can you give me a brief, incident of what happened between you and your husband recently?
Okay, well, I don't work
Okay.
at all. I'm normally at the house cooking, cleaning, and if my husband sees like, I don't know, a toy that my son left on the floor, I get beat up for it.
In what way do you feel affected by that in your child?
Most of the time when he hits me,
Mhm.
my son cries a lot. I try to hide him in the room, make sure he's asleep, or cover his eyes or cover his ears so he won't hear me screaming and crying.
Okay. And how often does that happen?
And it happens a lot. It got worse